Forgive me. I've been outside in the cold all day, so I'm bundled. Got my Life Water, not Spawn. Although if Life Water wants to sponsor me, I would love that because I spent all of my meal plan buying Life Water. Not what I'm here to talk about today, though. There's a lot of talk about the good old days, and the good old days has been talked about basically ever since humans had the capacity to remember back like more than a year. Which, if I understand evolution correctly, has been a pretty long time. And it comes in two forms. The grander sense of, oh, I miss the good old days when kids respected their parents and, we got to school on horseback. And we had to strike our own fires with flint and steel. Which is just ridiculous, because the farther back you go, the worse things are, especially if you're not a straight white man. I think someone's being murdered on my floor. Not important right now. There's racism and, obviously there's still racism and sexism and all kinds of horrible things, but admittedly, it was a good deal worse. The farther back in history you go, the more it sucked to not be rich, white, straight, and male. So that's the historical side of it. But then there's also the personal side where people are like, oh, I miss when I was younger. I don't miss when I was younger. Like, at all. Because if we look at my life, I'm 19 now. Only 19, but my mind is older. As if. So, very early years, infancy, toddlerness, I don't remember, so it doesn't count. Then we've got very early childhood, which I do remember, but I didn't do very much. I ran around, I got dirty, I fought other younger children. Not much. Don't really want to be that small again. I didn't know anything. I couldn't do anything. No one told me anything. I was told that negative numbers don't exist. That's a subject for another time, though. So we've got, later, younger years, elementary school. It's a well-known fact that my 5th grade was a nightmare. So we're just gonna knock that one straight out. So now we're in middle school. Middle school was 3 years straight of, who am I? What if who I am is gay? Oh God, no! So yeah, I'm not gonna go back to that. High school had its ups and downs. I would say it had an up and several downs. I would say the up was the end. But, as many things as I learned and all the good friends I made, life lessons from high school, I don't want to go back. Because I don't know if y'all remember, high school sucked. We're all over here talking about how much college sucks and, oh, I never sleep, oh, I have finals. High school was worse. For me. Maybe it was better for you. If it was better for you, tell me your secrets. But for me, it sucked. I was pulling 15-hour days a lot. Way more than anyone should. I realize now that when I get the amount of sleep I used to get on a daily basis, nightly basis, in high school, I'm miserable. I'm so used to sleeping 8 or 10 hours now, because if I go to bed at 2, I don't know why I looked, it's 10. If I go to bed at 2, I still don't have to get up for at least 7 hours. My earliest class is 9:40. No more getting to school at 7 o'clock. I never have to be up before 7. Unless it's to be at a shoot in Evanston at 8 a.m. Once again, another story. My point is, I don't miss the good old days. I admit I'm not in love with the place I'm at in my life right now, but I definitely think there's been a steady uphill trend. And it's going to keep going up. And yeah, there will be downs. There will definitely be downs. If I know one thing about my life, it's that I'm going to take some L's. Several dozen a day. But I do not want to go back. because I know so much now and I can do so much now that I don't want to give that up for any amount of blissful ignorance. This episode has been brought to you by Life Water. Hopefully. How do I send this to them? Someone send this to Life Water.